Hi, welcome to another video, and today I'm going to be showing you a clay farm with the new Snapshot 22W14A. So what this adds is a few new things, but it actually has renewable clay, which technically is already possible, but you had to like get villagers and then do a raid, win a raid, and then they could maybe give you clay. It wasn't really easy. This is the best way to do it, so I guess. So it's pretty much automatic. You just have to have the mud. You just have to have mud and put it there, and then it automatically turns it all into clay. Now, it's technically not that fast. I just sped it up, so as you can see, it's not doing much. But this is only 8 of them. You could have like 100 of them. Actually, I'm gonna explain the game mechanics. So, got mud, and then anything that you can put dripstone on, I guess. So you got mud, anything, and then pointed dripstone, and that's all you have to do. You just give it some time. Oh, that was not. Oh, right, it's high. I'm gonna put it back to 3 because it doesn't need to be that fast. But yeah, then that turns it into clay. This does nothing. Maybe if you put a cauldron, you'll get like dirt. I don't really know. I don't really know. Yeah, like. Does anything happen if I set it to like 300 and, you know, get fast? No, it doesn't do anything. So, I don't think the dripstone will, like, give you anything. But, yeah, if you do that, it's like taking all the water out of the mud and then gives you clay. So, yeah. So, yeah, so what happens is you have mud, as you can see, and then it gets converted. So, observers, you can put dripstone on observers, so it still works. But the observers are going to detect when it gets converted. And when that happens, it sends a signal to the piston, which don't worry, I'm going to do an actual tutorial soon. I'm just going to first show you how it works. But yeah, then we'll push the piston, activating this piston, which will trigger the observer here. And then that goes through here. This will activate that piston. And all of them will activate all their pistons because there's a lot of pistons. And then it goes down. And all of them go down. And then it goes here, up. Yeah, there's a lot of observers. And then this way activates these pistons to push it over that way. Then goes up and all the way around here to push the clay down there. Yeah, so basically what it does is it gets converted. Those pistons fire, which would do something like this. It makes it go up here. Then these pistons fire, which do something like this. Then these pistons fire, which do something like this. But of course you wouldn't get cobblestone because it'd be mud. Yeah. Because, yeah, there's nothing there. But, yeah, there's no mud there anymore, so it's not going to do anything. But these will, eventually. You know, I can manually do that like this. Oh, wait. Yeah. Convert it to clay, and then as you can see, that will work. And then you just do this one, great, and then you do that one again, and yeah, as you can see, that's it. And then you get this. So yeah, that's about it. If you enjoyed it, I'm just kidding. The scaffolding, you don't need it for anything. It doesn't actually do anything. It's just if you get like a diamond shovel, and then. Okay, it's not instant. Wait, no. Enchant efficiency 5. Yeah, there we go. So now it's instant mine. So technically, okay. Actually, game will do tile drops true. There we go. So now you get the clay. You actually get clay balls, but there's nothing you can do about it. Well, you get 4 of them. So yeah. Anyway, the scaffolding is so that you can kind of like go up here and then dig this clay that's probably too high, and then you can go down here and do this clay here. So yeah, anyway, you don't need the scaffolding. Oops. Be careful you don't do the dirt. Yeah, you don't need the scaffolding for the farm to work. It's just an easy way to harvest the clay. But anyway, so yeah, I don't need to actually harvest it all. So now we're actually going to build it. So you will need a lot of observers for this. But yeah, and then you're also going to need some mud because you're going to make it, of course. Yeah. Yeah, that's about it. Now, you do need more. You need pistons. You need, so this is like, for now, I'm gonna make one row of it. So I had 8 before, but I'm just gonna do 1 at a time. So yeah, and then make them later, whatever. You're also gonna need water and lava, and you can use any block pretty much as long as it's like a normal block. I'm just gonna use like, you don't use like sand because it'll fall. Don't do glass because it's like not a full block kind of. Redstone won't go through it. So yeah, you can do like wool or something if you want. I'm just gonna do, I'm gonna do mangrove wood because I can. So yeah, anyway, it can be any block. I'm gonna do mangrove wood for fun. So you're gonna build up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and on 8 you wanna be starting the farm. So you can just build something like that. Now, if you want it, yeah, I guess you'll just do this, because that will, it's like, it depends on where you're making it. If you're making it, like, this is basically to get the clay to kind of come down, and then you have it. I guess you could build it underground, and then, nah, that's not going to be very easy. So yeah, I'm just going to do this. So yeah, on the 8th block, you can make it, and then it can be however long you want. But for now, it's going to be 1 block long. So yeah. So that's that. You're going to put a piston, and then you got to get your water. So you got to do this, and then you got to protect it, You got to make, well, not protect it, but you got to make sure it's, like, kept on both sides, I guess. So, like this, or on all sides. So yeah, like this. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So now you can do this. And it's a cobblestone generator. So that's what you want. You want a cobblestone generator. Okay, actually don't make it out of wood because the lava is going to burn it. So yeah. So you can change it to anything else. I just did this. So, yeah. So, yeah. So anyway, then you want to put a piston here on the water. And yeah, so this is what you have to have the blocks anyway. But yeah, so it's like this. Just cover up the water, but otherwise it could be fine, except for this block. You might think you can get rid of it, but you need it for something later. So then this, you got mud. Okay. So, yeah, you want to, well, you want to build out 12 blocks almost. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. But on the 12th, you want to put something else. So just some block. I just do polished and decide again. You can do whatever you want. And, oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is very important. Break this block. Okay? Break that block before you do anything. But yeah. So yeah. Okay, so now what you want to do is on that one, you want to put an observer block. And then, I'm going to explain why we're doing that, because, it needs to be mud, right, to convert. Well, it will be. Just wait. So, yeah, put the dripstone on, so yeah, make sure the observer is facing the right way. It has to be kind of facing, well, its face is facing up, I guess, but where its output is facing down. So then you want to put one here, facing this way. Or this way, whatever you like. Which way is it? Is it facing which way it's gonna output a signal, or where it's literally facing as its face? But you want its face to face towards the other one, the first one we placed. Oh wait, yeah, and put the dripstone. Then you need a sticky piston there, with another observer facing down. No, it's facing the same way. So yeah, make sure it's facing the same way. As the, not the first one, so don't face it like this, but make it face this way. So like, so this one is facing one way. In fact, you can see this one's facing that way, this one's facing that way. So it's the same. They're both facing the same way. Make sure that is the case. Then you want to put a piston. Then you want to put just a block. Then an observer, this time facing down, the same way as this one. Yeah, so going down. And then break the random block, because you need a hole here. And then you want to put observers like this. So now I'm going to explain kind of about the observers that you might not realize. So what this can do is, you can see if I have something like this, it can activate pistons or any redstone. It activates all redstone components. It acts as a redstone thing. When you give it a block update, boom, that's what an observer does. But yeah, you can make like chains of them. So yeah, if I do that, you can see it turns on, and then it it does that. But you can do a chain. Now, the longer the chain is, the longer it's going to take for the signal to pass through. So you can see I place it, then it activates. It takes kind of a long time. So what you need to do, what you need to know is about turning them. So when you turn them, you think like, okay, I'll do like something like this, right? Well, this is actually not a good thing to do. It's not going to work. You see, if you turn it like this, it's not going to work. If I know what updates I do here, you know, it doesn't work. And the reason is because the way this changed thing, like when you put them together like this, it's that this one powers, and this one detects that that one got powered, but then this one detects that that one got powered. So that's why it's like a chain. It just keeps going until it's the end, and then there's nothing for it to detect. So the reason this doesn't work is because it's saying like, okay, so this one detected that one got powered, so it powers. Now this one detected that got powered, so it powers. This detects this block here. There's nothing here. This isn't going to be powered. So what needs to happen is this. No, not this. This. So this is going to power, and this detects that powered. So now it's powered. Then this detects that that's powered. So it works like each one will detect if the one behind them was powered. They do not power the one in front of them. There's a big difference. Now this might not make any sense, and I don't know how I would explain it any better, but just keep in mind that when turning, you need to turn after you might expect. You don't turn on the corner block like this. You don't do this. You need to turn on the block that has turned. So like I don't know how to explain this, but just make it look like this. Like if you have something that turns, it needs to look like this, okay? Not like this. This won't work. It just won't power. But you have to do it like this. If you don't understand why, I don't know how I'm going to explain that to you. But just know that that's how it has to work. So place that one down so that, you know, so it's like that. Not like this. Like this. So yeah, and then this one goes this way. And then, yeah, maybe if you want, you could do something weird like this. But I don't think you need to do that. You don't need to do that. I don't do that. It's kind of not really necessary. You can do this and then face up. Again, don't do this. This won't work. You have to do this. And then you have to do this with it facing up there. And then this will start facing them. So this, make sure this powers the piston here. So like this will face in the piston and hit it. So don't do something like this. No. You need to make sure that this one hits the piston. And then you need to go up 2 blocks and then this way. Yeah, and then you can put anything here and then a piston and you can break that block. So yeah, that's just because you needed to place the piston. So yeah, that's all you need to do. Now you can, yeah, so I'll show you again. This is what the observer formation needs to look like. I know you can't really see it very well. But yeah, this is kind of what it needs to look like. So it needs to go down, left, 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 down. Well, yeah, you can kind of see. So this is how it needs to go. The observer train, pretty much. So yeah, so that is an entire one of these these whole things. So you can add more. So to add more easily, you can extend this. If I add 1, 2, 3, I want to add 3 more, so I get 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm adding 3 to 1, so he gets 4. Yeah, and then 1, 2, 3. So yeah, then you have to make sure that these stick out again like this. Yeah, and then you can break these. It's gonna flow out though, so be careful. Probably don't want that. Yeah, you're gonna have to be careful before you break them. Before you break them, you're gonna want to put a piston here. And you know, for now you can just block this block up so that it won't ruin. And then you put more water, dig these, put more lava. Oh, this needs to be here. And there you go. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that block needs to be there. Like that one. So, yeah. And don't forget to put in the pistons, all the pistons that you need. Don't do that through the lava, because there's a block in the way, but 2, you're gonna burn. So do it through the water. You can then put the pistons. Yeah, and oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, this is very important. Break this block, okay? Break that block before you do anything. But yeah, yeah. So otherwise, it might break. Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. No, it wouldn't break, but you get a weird thing happening. So yeah. So anyway, now you can put more pistons and put more mud blocks. But again, remember to put the... Right now the farm isn't working, so yeah. It's not gonna do anything because I haven't turned it, or I haven't started it yet. So yeah. And then put the block there. So yeah, I'll show you how to get the farm going. After I build these 4, so I don't actually need to like show you me building each one. I can do it pretty fast though. But I will tell you that yeah, you can have as many of these. You can have just 1, you could have 2, you could have 3, you could have 4, you could have 100, you could have 1,000. Just be careful because might go out of your render distance and they'll stop working. But if you have too many, but yeah, you can have like as many as you want pretty much. So yeah, this is a 4-block one, as you can see, because there's 4 blocks wide. Technically, it's 6 because of the 2 end blocks, or there's like 2 end kind of rows of blocks, because of blocking the water from just spilling out, pretty much. But yeah, so then you need to add more of these, yeah. So there's not really that much to it for one thing. You just gotta, the important thing, you gotta make sure you place the observers right. Remember that observers don't power other observers. They detect other observers being powered, which probably might not make sense, but there's just a difference, and you gotta know how it works, you know. So you need to turn after the turn, not at the turn. Anyway, so like this. I mean, you don't want to do this or something like that. You do want to make sure that it turns. It turns as soon as it's a new block, yeah, or on a new side. I don't know. Anyway, I don't know how I can explain this in a way that everyone can understand. Hopefully you understand it, but yeah, because it's not that complicated. It's just a bit weird and doesn't really make sense unless you know what you're trying to make sense of. But yeah, I guess I don't really know. But okay, now I've got 4, so we are ready to turn this thing on. So make sure that all these observers are here and not like here or anything. So yeah, they have to be, they have to be here. They have to be next to this piston, not this piston. They have to be, yeah, they're on the piston face of the sticky piston here, not like next to that or something like that. So yeah, this is what it needs to look like, and you can have as many as you want. I made 4 this time. I started with 8, and then I made 1, and now I made another 3. Well, I got rid of the 8 one, but yeah. So to get it going, you break these blocks here, and there you go. Now it's started. It's gonna do some weird piston firing, but whatever. So as you can see, it works. Well, you can't see that it's working, but it will work. So if you random tick speed 30. Yeah, I'm just gonna do 30. Oh, we already got one. Good. And let's hope it works. Yep, there you go. Anyway, that is pretty much it. Just the most important thing. Remember to place the observers right. Otherwise, you just won't get things activating. And make sure you know. I mean, it's not that hard really to make. It kind of looks crazy with the whole observer thing, but that's just a lot of observers. It is kind of expensive because you need a lot of observers. But other than that, it's fine. So yeah, but you just gotta know that. Keep in mind, if you turn the random tick speed up too much, like 3,000, they're gonna go like instantly, and then they're gonna get like blocked sort of, and they're gonna stop working. They're gonna get like kind of stuck and everything. So even if I put it back to 3, you can see they're stuck like this. If that happens, there's not much you can do. No, I'm kidding. There is something you can do. You can break the clay. Yeah, you can break the clay blocks and then just add them to the pile that you get from down there. But yeah, I'm gonna do like 150, I guess. So yeah, if you go too high or too fast, then it stops working. It's gonna get like kind of. Oh, it's already breaking again. What? This thing's weird. It's bad. apparently. Well, no, it's not bad. It's just that, yeah, it's too fast. Yeah, don't set the random tick speed too high. But so I'm gonna do that and then that. There we go. So anyway, I guess I'll just leave it here for this. So yeah, that's it for the video. It's pretty simple farm. But yeah, some things to keep in mind. Don't forget the dripstone, otherwise it's not gonna convert. Yeah, these observers, and then sticky piston. The only sticky pistons are these right here. Those are the only sticky pistons, I think. There's this normal piston, normal piston, normal piston, normal pistons. So that's the only sticky piston per the kind of like row or whatever line. I don't know, column, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, these are sticky pistons, and then observers, and then activates down here, triggers these observers. But yeah, I'd say, and then activates these pistons to push them along. Well, if you're wanting these observer here activates that piston, which is, if you don't have these blocks, it's not going to work. Now, in order to reload the farm, you need to, well, get mud. So yeah, it's kind of the same, but so you need to make sure that these blocks stay. But other than that, you need to get rid of all the other cobblestone, but these cobblestone blocks need to stay right here, the ones with the dripstone on them. Otherwise, you start activating things and it gets ruined. So yeah, but yeah, so, and again, don't so don't put them here. Just, yeah, put them on the lava and towards the cobblestone that we're not getting rid of. Yes, so we will to start it again. So yeah, then you can put in your mud, and if you have a, more, you just put more mud. So yeah, you can have as much mud as you want if you go pretty much as far as you want. But yeah, and then that's all you have to do, and then you break these blocks and it's going. Oh, but make sure you harvest it first. You gotta harvest this clay, otherwise it's gonna be too full and it's gonna stop working. So yeah, harvest the clay first and then get another batch going. Of course, you could use a, like, one of those, like a TNT thing to harvest it for you, which you could do, but you don't have to. You can just dig it yourself. Yeah, that's it. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you in my next one. Hope you enjoyed.